Hey everybody. I just kind of wanted to talk about this just to help anybody else who's going through this sort of thing. So you can see here the kidneys, the bladder, the urethra out for males, the penis. Um, and so I had a couple kidney stones, and I just kind of want to share my experience um, for anyone out there who's interested. Uh, I'm in my mid 20s, and I experienced kidney stones. It's hereditary, and just for any of y'all going through stuff like that, um, you can kind of see this is some notes my doctor had given me about my situation. In my situation, I had some kidney stones develop in my kidney. I had two. One was in my kidney, and the other one was in my ureter. Um, and so basically, I waited a month and I wasn't able to pass my stones. One interesting thing I heard from somebody at work, I work with a large number of people, pretty big size company, and some random person I'd talked to said that, well, he had kidney stones, but he has a friend who gets them all the time. He's probably had at least seven in his life, is what he was saying. And what he does is he takes home a pack of beer, like a 12 pack, and he drinks it all, and it's able to flush out his kidney stones. And the alcohol helps to you know uh, helps him to get distracted, obviously, which sounds like it would work great for him. And so in my case, I was kind of just doing normal stuff. I was still drinking water and quite a bit of water, honestly. I wasn't able to pass it, and it got stuck in my ureter. And for any of you who are experiencing this, or you have loved ones that are experiencing a kidney stone, um, it's definitely really bad. And a lot of things you look up online, and I've had other doctors tell me that apparently having kidney stones is very similar to that of women having pregnancy, and even more so. I found some statistics online that say for the average pain of giving labor versus the average pain of having kidney stones and passing them, labor was like a 6.5 out of 10, and then a kidney stone was like a 7 or something like that. Or it was something like the women's giving labor was like a 7, and passing a kidney stone was like 7.5 or something like that. So just a little bit more. And it doesn't, it's kind of irrelevant. Pain is different for everyone. You technically can't measure one person's pain versus another, at least right now with our technology. But what ended up happening was it was stuck in there, and they had to do this operation where they use a cystoscope. Um, um, well, this right here is actually an after the fact, after the surgery was done. Um, for the surgery, what they had to do is they have to go through your penis, through your urethra, up into your bladder, and they do it with a scope. And then they have to go up to wherever the kidney stones are and remove them, break them up or whatever and remove them. In my case, mid 20s, Caucasian male, um, being young with your ureter, when you're older, it's not so bad. It's not so tight when people get older. But when you're young, like I am, and healthy, ureter might actually be pretty tight. So what they ended up having to do was um, putting a a hot dog shaped balloon basically right into there, blow it up to say the ureter is maybe the size of a dime. This just estimate, and it blew it up to the size of like a $half. So they were able to stick it up there, they get this kidney stone, break it up, and then go all the way up. He's checking for other kidney stones, and he found one in there too. And removed them, and once they removed them, they put a stent, which basically looks uh, it's they put it all the way into your ureter from your kidney to your bladder, and it curls on the ends. You can kind of see this portion. I don't know if I can zoom in or not, but it curls down here and it curls up there. The purpose of the curling, I believe, um, is so that it helps you kind of irritate the kidney and bladder, and when it irritates it causes your body to want to urinate and relieve itself. And also, I think maybe more of the main reason is so it doesn't get stuck. Um, because if it's straight, it can move around, but if it's curled, it won't move so much. When you have a stent inside, you're gonna experience bleeding as long as it's in there. There'll be blood in your urine. There definitely is a possibility. For me, it was for another 3 weeks after the operation. I'd be bleeding blood in my urine, and it can be painful to have this thing in there, and it's very tender for at least the first week afterward. But basically, today I had the operation to remove it. It's about 15 minutes with a good doctor. And they just go back in. This is what they do. They put in a cystoscope. They remove the stent. They do a retrograde x-ray to ensure that it's healed up. And then once they've done that during the operation, if your ureter is not quite healed up right, then they'll put it in another stent to get it to keep healing. Otherwise, it'll swell up and you'll experience hydronephrosis, which is urine being backed up in the kidney and pressurizing it. I think is basically all it is, causing a lot of pain. And hydronephrosis is caused when you have kidney stones also in your ureter blocking the way. And so it causes a lot of pain in your urinary tract, but definitely in the kidneys. And for myself, I don't know how common this is, but they found that I had a laceration kind of looking like this inside my ureter when they went in there. I'm sure that the operation of sticking a scope up didn't help this out any, but they found that I had a laceration, and it's probably due to the kidney stone mostly, maybe even something prior to, but probably just a kidney stone. So that needed time to heal. So they waited 4 weeks after the operation to do this. So anyways, just for others, if you're, this is generally the detailed information of what happens when you have a kidney stone and you're not able to pass it. So good luck to all of you who are experiencing such things.